In the last video, we have discussed about the higher order observable. So in this particular video, let's try to understand in a detail. So uh, in the last video, we have discussed about the scenario where there is a product you call a API with the help of the HTTP client, and as you know, it will return observable. Okay, so you have done a product, like you call the API for the product, and you will get a data, and on that data you will get a supplier ID, and based on that supplier ID you suppose call another API call to get a supplier detail. Okay, so the product will be here the outer observable and the supplier will be the inner observable. Why? Because a supplier itself, because you are doing the API call and this will return a observable. Okay, so it means what? There will be a two observable inside a observable. Okay, so it means you have to subscribe two times. First subscription you will do for the outer observable, and the second one is for the inner observable, because inner observable is itself a observable, so you have to subscribe it. Okay, so this can be a real life scenario, but again, what is the problem here? The problem is, friends, suppose let's consider a scenario. There is a outer observable. I am not going to call API because API is not ready. So the better way of understanding is to use some dummy observable. So I can create the observable with the help of the of operator. Okay, so let's consider one scenario that there is a outer observable and continuously emitting the data. Suppose that it's emitting the data 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. Okay, this is continuously emitting the data, outer observable, and based on what the value will get emitted, you are maybe you can call API, whatever you can do, but you can return a observable. Okay, so there will be an inner observable. So based on the what the value will get emitted from the outer observable, you are generating a inner observable. Okay, so suppose the work of the inner observable to multiply with the 10. So suppose outer observable will produce that 1, emit a 1, then in that case you will multiply it. Okay, so inner observable will multiply, but this multiplication taking lots of time. Suppose it is taking a 3 second, because in real life scenario it can be API call, and API call will can take time, because the query will be written in the back end, there are lots of condition will be written, so it can take some time. Okay, so the inner observable suppose taking a 3 second, but within that 3 second outer observable emitted 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how it will get handled, because the inner observable is still in the progress, but outer observable continuously start emitting the data. So now some of the operator will come in the picture, that how we will handle the higher order observable. Okay, so what the scenario can be happen in this case? The scenario can be suppose outer observable emitted a data and inner observable taking a time to process it, but outer observer continuously emitted another data. Then either all the other emitted data will be cancelled, or maybe the previous data will get cancelled and only latest one will taken into the consideration. Okay, so inner observable will get cancelled and last one will only be considered. So this can be happen. So there is a two scenario. One is that either they can take it first one and rest of they can leave it. Another one can be like they will take only the latest one and the previous will be cancelled. And another scenario can be like for each of this data, emitted data, they will start processing it. Maybe it is taking 10 seconds, no issue. The data will get emitted from the inner observable is 3 seconds, and whatever data is emitted from the outer observable, they will consider it and they will try to merge it. Okay, so this scenario can be happen. Now another one is, suppose for the 3, suppose for the 1 is taken the 3 second, for the 2 it's taken the 1 second. So 1 second will get be merged, like 1 second it will return the 1 second first, and then 1, it means for the 2 it will return, and for the 1 it will return. It's okay, but this scenario can be happen, and this is the case. So for each of this case,